Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thomas scorned by Paris, Carter woos her down? Bold and the Beautiful has Paris Buckingham realizing that Thomas Forrester's baggage accumulates as Carter Walton enters the picture on the CBS cleaner. Sure, Carter is the family's go-to-marriage facilitator, but Thomas and Paris haven't set the date yet. So, his appearance on the cleaner may work to allure the bridegroom to be down from her pending bachelor. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Thomas Forrester's baggage piles high. Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, made a fake offer to Hope Logan, Annika Noel. But, she said, no, which is what Thomas allowed. She'd say. His explanation was he wanted to prove a point to her. And the point he makes, despite knowing he's about to marry someone differently, her love for him isn't enough to say yes to his marriage offer. She'd rather lose him. So, Thomas Forrester is now playing games with Hope, although Paris Buckingham isn't apprehensive of this yet. But, Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest she soon has reason to worry about Thomas. He jumps in to defend Hope Logan whenever Paris Buckingham mentions commodity negative about her station. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Paris Buckingham Carter Walton Thomas Forrester. Suckers saw this before this week when Paris suggested the Logan son plays the victim. As she mentioned this to Thomas, he cut her off and turned it around. She's just blindsided by their plans to marry, was the reason he offered for Hope's jest. While her future in-laws feel to warm up to the idea of this quick marriage, Paris still feels the bite coming off the Logan side of the family on Bold and the Beautiful. So, loving Thomas wouldn't be easy for Paris Buckingham. Next, a power struggle likely flares up between Hope and Paris over mama duties for Douglas Forrester. B&B spoilers Carter Walton not hanging around for nothing. It wasn't that long ago when Paris Buckingham stood at the balcony with Carter Walton. But she came the scorned bridegroom when Carter's true love burst in. Quinn Fuller stopped the marriage only to over and leave Carter without advising soon after. One thing Bold and the Beautiful observers learned about Carter Walton in the history is that he's a good listener. But another thing we learned is that when women, wedded or not, come to him with a non-public problem, he ever ends up in bed with them. So, Paris has a problem and veritably soon it gets too heavy for her to carry alone. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Paris Buckingham Carter Walton. Bold and Beautiful spoilers promise a twist, so if Paris confides in Carter, he probably builds her up to the point where she becomes hot to witch for her old honey. B&B observers supposed Paris Buckingham getting ditched by Thomas Forrester. They allowed. As soon as he peered into Hope's eyes, that would be it. But no, so far he's stuck by Paris Buckingham. Still, this could change if Carter Walton works his magic. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Paris Buckingham goes for lower baggage? It's just a matter of time before Paris finds herself knocking on Carter's door with her straights about feeling like Thomas Forrester's alternate choice. While Hope might back off a bit on trying to halt the brewing marriage, she wouldn't back off her mama duties with Douglas. This could present a huge problem, and it probably brings Paris to Carter's shoulder for a good cry. Despite Thomas Forrester sticking by his choice to marry her, Paris Buckingham likely gets perturbed over his tendency to take her rival's side. Thomas had Douglas calling Paris mama when they first arrived back on Bold and the Beautiful. But suddenly he calls him her stepson as if he's fixing this for Hope. So, it's getting more egregious that a bumpy road lies ahead for Thomas and Paris. And it's likely she eventually realizes that despite the Forrester son giving it his stylish pass, she'll always be second stylish. The only reason Hope Logan isn't his bridegroom-to-be is that she refused him. And complaining about this to Carter Walton is likely in the cards. So stay for that attractive background music to swell up with Carter Walton and the confused pending bridegroom in the same room. All the suggestions feel to point to Thomas Forrester and how he probably ends up the scorned bachelor on the CBS cleaner. Hope turns to Finn for comfort. Steffy Forrester's in all her glory. Steffy Forrester Finnegan is roistering in her accomplishment. She successfully broke up Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester, and now Thomas is going to marry Paris Buckingham so they can be a big, happy family. As Steffi spends the day with Thomas, Paris, and Douglas Forrester, she has a flaunting look on her face because she managed to make Expedience's life miserable, which was her ultimate thing. Who cares how Thomas feels? Who cares that Paris looks like a fool and will probably be left at the balcony again as she was with Carter Walton? But where is Steffi's hubby, John Finn Finnegan? Shouldn't he be sharing in this little family get-together? Steffi thinks she got Finn to agree to stay down from Sheila Carter. She might want to give her hubby some further orders to observe. BMB spoilers, Finn Finnegan is a good friend. Finn seems to have much more important effects to do than hang out at home with his woman's family. He needs to be a friend to a agonized Hope. She turned down Thomas's rearmost marriage offer, which was only meant to prove a point to Hope. Does Thomas suppose about the fact that he has been sleeping with another woman and he needs to repair his relationship with Hope before she agrees to marry him? At least Hope has Finn to entrust in as he tries giving her advice. Finn has always believed that Hope is way too good for Thomas and there's a better man out there for her. Will Hope have another headache that needs a voluptuous massage? Does Hope start confusing her passions again since Finn is similar a nice one-woman Joe? Both Hope and Finn are playing with fire and could veritably well get burned. Steffi might want to suppose about keeping a better eye on her hubby as he gravitates toward her occasionally sister. Paris puts Hope back in her place. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that Paris Buckingham had no choice but to put Hope Logan in her place after she went a little astral of line with her fiancé, Thomas Forrester. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. During the rearmost occasion of the bold and the beautiful, Paris Buckingham had some fighting words for Hope Logan. After realizing that Hope would keep her distance from her fiancé, Thomas Forrester, Paris clearly had commodity to say about it. Paris said, "Do I've to remind you that Thomas is my fiancé? You re out of line, Hope." It's enough clear as day that Hope is jealous that Thomas Forrester has a new fiancé in her life. But also again, she did have her chance with the handsome Forrester Creations developer and eventually blew it. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, what's next for Hope Logan? Of course, numerous BMB suckers sure did have a lot to say about the matter. Some reflected on social media with, Paris didn't suppose about her friend Hope just like she didn't suppose about her new BFF Steffi when she was crashing at the Finnegans and was drooling over Finn. Another addict wrote, "Wonder how Zoe feels about this. Bring her back to put Thomas on alert. Have her tell Justin about Emma. Also, I might watch a little about this plot." And also, there was this comment as well, Paris sure let Hope have it. "I suppose she's insecure, Rick, because she knows Thomas still loves Hope. I don't see Paris and Thomas getting married. She'll give Thomas his ring back." Also again, Paris didn't suppose about her friend Hope just like she didn't suppose about her new BFF Steffi when she was crashing at the Finnegans and was drooling over Finn.